the rest of the team after a loss like this?
Don't panic and just stay poised. It's not time to have irrational emotions towards a game like tonight. You know what I mean? Just because we know how we played, we're honest with each other, and we had the game pretty much in our hands and in control. And then down the stretch, we just didn't make enough of the clutch plays, and there were a few offensive rebounds, there were a few open threes, and Shea got going as well. He hit a lot of tough twos. I had 5 fouls, so there was a few times I got matched up at the end where I should have done a better job of just forcing them into help and just sticking to the game plan. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. As one of the leaders of the team, it's definitely part of my responsibility to take my accountability, my responsibility for what I did and how I can improve moving forward. But in terms of how our team played, I feel like we played well enough to get the W tonight, in the majority of the game, but we just didn't finish the job, and the little things matter. Free throws and offensive rebounds and those 50-50 basketballs we saw when they beat us in OKC, what that looked like. So tonight was one of those times where it got down close to the end of the game, and we just couldn't get over that hump.
You told me coming into the series that Shea and some of these other young stars in the league, that there's no fear.
Mm-hmm.
Their season's on the line, basically, going into that fourth quarter. What did you think about what you saw from him?
I feel like he was just taking advantage of what the defense gave him, and he was trusting his teammates. Those guys made timely shots down the stretch. I feel like we contained them for the majority of the game. They shot 38% from the field majority of the game, so we can hang our hat on something on the defensive end. But I think those last 6 minutes really dictated kind of the rest of the game, where we had an opportunity to at least create some separation. I had a few good shots at the rim, in and out. Luka had some good shots. Other guys had good shots, and then they got out in transition, which hurt us and cost us. And I came into the locker room at halftime, and I was telling my teammates that if we got back in transition, we would be good. And I think a few times they took advantage of us not being back with our numbers. So you got to give him credit, and Shea does play with no fear. So when he's playing like that, it galvanizes the group to a higher level, and you can see their bench was getting into it. They were quiet all game, and then all of a sudden they start getting into it in the fourth quarter. They start utilizing that energy to give them motivation and inspiration. So give those guys credit, man. Those young guys didn't fall tonight, and they gave us their best shot towards the end of the game. And now we look forward to going to OKC in another tough environment, tough game, and it's a competitor's dream right there.
What kind of voodoo was going on at the free throw line today for you?
You said voodoo? Yeah, you're funny, man. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Man,
what
just concentration and focus, man. It's all a psychological thing. Just taking your time and going up there and knocking them down, man. We've shown it before, so we just got to stay consistent on that.
Kyrie, you've obviously been in a lot of playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 isn't the end of the world, but some of the younger guys might see this as a little more disappointing, frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
What is your message to those guys after it's 2-2, not the end of the world? What's your message to them?
Just continue to focus on the things that we're doing well, and there's some things that we can clean up. There's some effort plays that we're going to look at where we weren't in the right positioning and we didn't, come up with the basketball. There was one time where, I assumed one of my big guys was going to come get the rebound, and Jalen Williams comes and gets the offensive rebound, and they get another opportunity. So, they're playing desperation basketball, and we got to play the same. So, when you're in a series like this against the number one team in the West, it's going to take all 15 guys doing the right things, pulling in the right direction, or pulling in the same direction, and just staying even keel and staying poised, man. That's what the playoffs is about. Let the kind of external, conversations do all the stuff that they do, where it's just, well, what's going to happen with the Mavs? What's going to happen with this? So for us in this locker room, it's just staying focused and staying poised on what the mission is at hand, and that's just to finish the series as best we can.
Why? Obviously, they're loading up on you, Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Why have you guys not been able to score at the clip that we're accustomed to seeing from you guys? And you mentioned you missed some you felt like were good looks.
Mm-hmm.
What can you guys do to get rolling?
We're making the basketball, the right basketball plays right now. I'm seeing 3 in front of the ball every time I come off the screen, pretty much blitzing me, pretty much telling me get off the ball. With Luka, they're telling Lou Dort to stay attached to his body, stay aggressive, stay physical. So, when you're in the height of a semifinals playoff series, it's going to be a little bit different than the regular season. And, for us, it's just about picking the right spots and continuing to stay aggressive and, making sure we play off each other very well, too. I think sometimes I can help Luka, he can help me. And we create easy opportunities for ourselves, and when we're doing that, the team pretty much comes along with us. So I think, I got to give credit to my teammates. They've been carrying not only me but Luka and in this series so far. So, we're looking forward to games, 5 and 6 where, this is a telltale sign whether or not we're going to be that group that gets over the hump, or we're going to be one of those groups that looks back and sees OKC and, kind of living with some of the woulda, coulda, shoulda. So we know the position that we're in. We're real about it. I'm real about it. And just got to stay poised and stay peaceful throughout this.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Was there some voodoo going on at the free throw line tonight, or what?
We just got to work on our free throws. We shot 52%. That's unacceptable.
I spent a lot of energy on the defensive end. Just do you attribute some of that to fatigue?
No. I think we play great defense, but just a lot of details, missing free throws, offensive rebounds. Work hard for 24 seconds and then you give up fancy rebound. It's kind of tough. But overall, I think we play great defense. Just wasn't enough.
Luke, obviously, we're used to seeing you and Kyrie combine for close to 60 a game. What's been so difficult for you guys to get in a groove, specifically tonight, but really all series long?
And I think they're so focused on us. They collapse the paint very well. When we both drive it, they collapse the paint, or almost 5 guys. So I think that's been difficult for us. We just got to find open teammates.
Luka, as you guys came off the floor, there was a lot of frustration, understandably. So where are you guys right now mentally? How do you bounce back from it seems anyway, giving one away here?
Just go next game. It's 1st to 4. Stay humble, stay ready. And it's the same as after game 1. You get ready, see mistakes you make, and go on.
Luka, you played really hard on the defensive end tonight. How are you feeling just physically right now?
Great.
Do you have any concern level about just the way this loss went and the ability to bounce back just from the way it lost, the fact that you guys missed those free throws?
No, no concern. We just got to be ready. We got to play hard like we did today. I think we played really hard, big energy today. But like I said, some details, cost us the game. And we just got to be ready again. And obviously it's going to be hard on the road, but we've done it before. We can do it again.
Pretty dominant defensive performance by you guys through 3 quarters, and they scored 35 in the 4th. What changed in the 4th, other than obviously Shea making shots?
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He kept making shots. And maybe at some point we got to send double team, he's just too good, very good. But every shot he took, he was contested by PJ and DJ. But just, he's very good in that. He works on that a lot, so he gets to his spot and then knock it in.
Is that the little 15, 16, 14-footer there that he makes a lot? Is that one of those shots that you guys kind of have decided you'll live with rather than at the rim or at the line, 3-point?
I don't know. That's his shot. I don't know how we're going to live with that. But like I said, he gets to his spot, and it's just hard to stop him.
What was Jason's message to you guys in the locker room afterward, just after a loss like this?
That stays in the locker room, man.
PJ, what happened after you guys got that 14-point lead there? You only scored 15 in the 3rd quarter. How did this one slip away?
We can't win in the playoffs when we allow teams to score 35 points in the 4th quarter. So we just got to be better on that end. Obviously we had a bunch of turnovers that were unforced. Take care of the ball better. Obviously we got to hit our free throws. Just the little things that we need to clean up.
PJ, when a guy like SGA is in a groove like he was in the 4th quarter, how do you approach that? What do you guys need to change to not allow him to take the game over the way he did there?
We just got to make somebody else beat us. Obviously, Shea's a great player. They're a great team. We're number one in the West. So, I mean, they're going to obviously come back with everything they got. So, for us, like I said, you've got to be better in the fourth quarter and figure out a way for somebody else to try to beat us.
PJ, you know, you're used to seeing Luka and Kyrie score 60-plus points. Obviously, they're doing, you know, they're working defensively, and Oklahoma City is packing the paint. And so a lot of the times, you know, the passes they're making out to you is because of that. What are you seeing overall from their games? And you know, is there an expectation that you're still going to get more from these guys just because of who they are?
Yeah, I mean, they're superstars. I mean, they're going to figure it out. I'm not worried about them at all. OKC's done a great job of just throwing different things at them, doubles, forcing them to take contested shots and just trying to make everything tough for them. But like I said, they're superstars and they'll figure it out. So I'm really not worried about them. We just have to do a better job, like I said, free throws, late game, mishaps on our defensive end. We can't afford to do that. So.
BJ, on the when you were shooting the last free throws after you missed the first, was there any discussion about you purposely missing the second one?
Yeah, I try to miss it and just my luck it goes in. So, like I said, I mean, obviously throughout the game we got to be better at the line, and if that happens, we win the game. So, obviously, I mean, just a bunch of little things we can look at film and get better at.
PJ, was there a specific message in the locker room from the coach or from one of the veterans like Kyrie or Marquis for anybody?
No, I mean, I think everybody was kind of upset about losing this one, so we'll bounce back tomorrow, do what we got to do to get better, and figure it out from there.
You guys have been in this situation before, especially in the series against the Clippers. Just what did you learn from that that gives you confidence you'll be able to bounce back in OKC?
We know what type of team we are, and we know what we have. We just have to play like it each and every night. So for us, like I said, I mean, the fourth quarter wasn't Mavericks basketball as it's been. So, like I said, we just got to clean, honestly, the whole second half up. So, like I said, I'm not worried about anybody's mentality or anything, so we'll get better.
BJ, you kind of alluded to it a little bit, but I was going to ask you, since you keep saying that it's just the little things you have to clean up, and I know this team has a lot of confidence in itself. Is there, I know there's no moral victories, but is there a little bit of extra confidence going into OKC?
Yeah, I think we're always confident. I mean, we know how good we are, and we know how good we can play together. So for us, like I said, it's literally just little things that we need to clean up on, and making sure we do a better job of rebounding in the end of games, obviously not fouling, and just being better on the defensive end and taking care of the ball.
PJ, obviously the Clippers series was very physical. This series has been very physical. How confident, just in the physical standpoint, are you for this team moving forward if it continues to be this physical?
I love playing basketball in a physical game, so for me, it's what I like to do. So, like I said, I mean, we just have to be better, taking care of the ball and all the little stuff. So, just the simple things for us tonight.
Jason, 52% from the free throw line tonight. Just what do you attribute that to?
That's, one is probably unacceptable. We got to do better. We've talked about it as a group. We can't shoot 50% if we want to win. So we'll talk about it tomorrow, and we'll get better, and we'll have an opportunity on Wednesday.
I know you guys spent a lot of time on the defensive end, a lot of energy. Could that factor into it a little bit, especially there late in the game?
It's basketball, so I don't know if that's really a question. When you look at it's just part of the game, you got to be able to step up and make free throws. They were 23 out of 24, and we weren't even close. So it's a part of the game. We just have to be better in that area.
Why do you think the offense started to stagnate, especially the third quarter? You guys scored 15 points.
Yeah, I give Oklahoma City credit. I don't know if it was that it came to a halt. We turned the ball over. We have to be better with the ball. And so also we missed some shots that we made there in the first half, but give Oklahoma City credit. They were good in that third quarter.
Coach, is there anything specific you're seeing with Luka and Kyrie and their, scoring struggles, or is it just one of those series where the Thunder are just locking in and playing great defense?
Yeah, I think we didn't think this was going to be easy. I don't think they thought it was going to be easy. And so it's a game of runs. They made a run there late in the fourth. but we had an opportunity to tie it, and we didn't capitalize on it. But when you look at the scores on both sides, the percentages aren't always going to be great, but they try to find a way to win. And I think Kai is doing a great job of leading on the defensive end, and he's taking his opportunities on the offensive end. He just didn't knock him down tonight.
And then speaking of the Stars, Shea on the other side, great game. He's had a great series. So what are your thoughts on his performance overall in the series so far?
Yeah, he's been great, just like you said.
Is there anything in particular, Jason, you guys can do to slow Shea down?
Yeah, I mean, he took almost 30 shots tonight. He has the ball 90% of the time. You just got to make it tough. He's one of the top players in the world. You got to just contest. We got to be better. But I thought, again, the guys did a good job. He's one of the best players in the world, and tonight he got to his sweet spot. So we just got to go back and look at that and make sure that we can try to slow him down a little bit. We sent different, guys at him, trying to wear him down. But tonight he made big shots.
Jason, what have you thought about how the bigs have attacked some of Oklahoma City's smaller defenders, or even if Chet is down there in the post?
Yeah, I think our bigs could be better. And tonight we weren't very good, but we'll get another opportunity on Wednesday to be able to attack.
Jason, I'm curious with the free throw shooting. That's something that, at least for Luka, has been a little bit of a concern throughout his career. Is that something that you change practice allocation time for? Or is that something that has to be done individually? Is there a way that you can go about, hey, we need to fix this problem and here's how?
You're asking me to fix their free throw shooting?
I'm asking you if there is a way, if there is a strategy to do that.
Yeah, these are pros. They're not machines. They practice their free throws. They practice putting on their uniform. And so it's just about being able to step up. You're going to make some, you're going to miss some. No one's ever, shot 100% from the free throw line. So it's just a matter of being able to simulate late game. We practice them during practice. They practice them when they shoot individually. Some guys in this league shoot a high percentage. Some guys shoot in the 70s. Some guys shoot in the 50s. And that's just the nature of their makeup. And so you just got to hope that they make them at the right time if they're not shooting a high percentage. But again, these guys practice shooting free throws. They practice their threes. They practice, everything. And that's what makes them great.
Just one series ago, you guys were up 2-1, lost at home, but then you rebounded and won in L.A. I assume that gives you confidence, but also wonder on the converse side, just the way you guys lost this game, the ability to overcome that, losing in that manner. What gives you confidence to be able to do that?
Well, this is a great group. This is a tight-knit group, and we've always bounced back. And so we just got to focus on Wednesday. We'll come in tomorrow. We'll watch film. We'll talk about what we have to do to get better. But we've been in this situation before, so we can learn from the past. This is the number one team in the Western Conference. It's 2-2. So we get to keep playing, and we get to play on Wednesday.
Coach, going off that 2-2, still a disappointing loss. And I'm sure some of the young guys, they might not look at it as 2-2. They might see, it's a disappointing loss, frustration. What is your message to those young guys when they're, maybe getting frustrated after just one loss like this?
The same message after game one. We were disappointed. We didn't play well. We didn't play well tonight. And so it's 2-2, first team to 4. And we get a chance to play on Wednesday. And so we'll see what happens.